When the twins were born, there was something in my brain that registered that I should be up at 6 a.m. every day. So regardless of whether I would set an alarm, regardless of whether I went to bed at 3, 4, or 5, I would pretty much wake up at 6 a.m. And as the kids grew, this kind of stuck with me. And it was really just something that would happen. After Connor's accident, it went away. And waking up always requires effort. And waking up always requires some sort of purpose or something, some reason why I need to get up. And I always have to make sure that I have that with the shower running and the water. And that's my meditation. That's my coping device. That's where I recharge. And that's also where I let myself or allow myself to openly feel Connor and let him in. It never seems to fail that as sad as I get, there's always a memory that wakes me up and gets me ready, makes me smile, and know that he lived such a great life and that I owe it to him to live a life with purpose in his memory. And that means getting up, getting in that shower, getting dressed, and cleaning and appreciating everything that I still have. I know I talk about going from $6 million in a 10,000 square foot house to a 600 square foot apartment. But you know something? I'm proud of this apartment. I really like it because it's mine. Everything has a purpose. Everything has a place. Creating companies and building wealth has always come easy for me. And even within the midst of $6 million, I always had challenges in finding peace. And that probably is one of the reasons why I wouldn't have the patience that was needed to just let these companies grow. Find your place and find your purpose. That'll put you in a position to be able to accomplish more than you ever imagined. So like and subscribe. Let's make something awesome. And for those of you who'd like just a little bit more, stick around. You can join me for breakfast. The only thing that sucks about plastic bowls is you can't really crack eggs on it. This stuff is like spooged all over the place. All right, time to make some breakfast. I'll tell you, I hate making dishes. I try to make everything I make with as few dishes as possible. I'm going to show you how to microwave eggs. That's right. I'm going to microwave them in this bowl, which I'm putting a little butter in. And then I can eat right out of the bowl. The only thing that sucks about plastic bowls is you can't really crack eggs on them. This stuff is like spooged all over the place. All right. That's okay. But that's okay. The other key for me is I gotta clean up as I go. Done with the eggs. And I didn't cook too many eggs so that I don't have another meal. All right, now, crank them up a little bit. Wah, 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 wah. Chiggy, 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 chiggy. Okay, boom, this goes up here. And let that suck out. Yeah, only press the 30-second key. It's the only one I learned. I just press it lots of times when I need to. Now, like this. A lot of you might be asking, so what does this have to do with building back that business that you talked about? Well, this has everything to do with it. Living life and dealing with all that life throws at you is the first step of getting in a good place to let your creative part of your brain work. And that's the one thing that I want to show you today. And that's the main thing that I want to show you today is living life, coping, being patient, not rushing too much, and just having faith that it's going to come. If you live your life right, and that means for me, lots of cheddar cheese. Sharp cheddar? All right. And given my new financial environment, it also means watching how much food you have and making sure that you don't run out when there's not a lot of money around. That's something I've never experienced in my whole life. So it takes a little bit of getting used to it. All right, you see that? I told you you could. I told you you could microwave eggs. Okay, I take this, drop that in there, drop that in there, drop that in there. Boom, boom. Stir it up. The key to microwave eggs is don't cook them too long because after you pull them out, they still cook. They just like cooking as you're going. Okay? So I'm getting you guys slowed down a little bit and conditioned to taking care of yourself first and foremost, and then we're going to talk business. Next is you got to stay careful when you're all obsessed with work to stay hydrated. So instead of drinking like Diet Cokes all day, I drink what I used to call with the kids Happy Juice. Happy Juice is pretty much just Crystal Light. And they didn't like when I made it because I make Crystal Light light. Like there's barely any flavor. And as the day wears on and we get past 5 o'clock, I usually give it a little flavor. It's actually pretty good. All right, so here I am. Everything's clean. I got my breakfast. I'm sitting at my dinner table, adjustable. And this is the routine that I got to do if I'm going to stay productive. I know a lot of you sometimes call me and you complain that I don't answer right away, I don't get back to you. And that's because my very survival is based upon routine. And I can't get too far out of it. I don't get let down. So, thanks for sharing a little time in my day. But now I'm going to eat. So, tune in tomorrow. And we're going to kind of get into the meat of it. And we're going to talk about how we're going to build this epic business and how you can help. Till then, like and subscribe, and then buckle your seatbelt. Because one thing for certain, things are bound to get a little rough along the way.